Good morning. I think I'm a minute early. That's a first.
I was supposed to do it Deanne's.
Put her name. I have to call her and let her know. She's the one that wanted those. That's why I ordered them. So, just chatting with Mona. And some of the new stuff. One of our customers requested something, so I got him in, and Mona's going to actually demo it today. But I wanted to make sure we had her set aside and we don't sell it out. And she's the one who wanted it. So, a little bit going on today. This afternoon at 1 o'clock, we have the Winter Floral class from Spellbinders. It's a Facebook Live class going on. So thank you to those who purchased a kit and are going to be participating in that. We do have some extra kits available because the Facebook Live classes are available at any time. So at your leisure, you can do it. Some of the items will be available after because they're exclusive. Some are exclusive to Crafter's Home, so you can only get them here. And we'll share those with you sometime next week. And there are some special deals for the ladies that participated in the group, some bundle deals, and then we will be sending that information out to you if we didn't speak to you prior to the event to let you know about those. So anyways, let's get started. We have a few things that are new to show you. And Mona has a little demonstration. I'm going to start off just by talking about what I did Wednesday night, because you can always go back and watch it. On Wednesday, I actually did the surprise box from Spellbinders, which is a cool little cardboard box that you can do a lot of different things. It's just not, for one season or event. There are little stamps sets, a couple different little sets that actually on the little box, when you put the box together, will be perfect for the angle at which the front of the box is, little sentiments and such. And then there's also nice sentiments that you can use any time of the year. So with this box, if you want to see the construction, just go back and watch it on our YouTube channel, or you can just go scroll back on the Facebook Live. But all the products that I used to create my samples are, for the most part, like the images are from Spellbinders. So this one I did the little party balloon, which he is like super adorable. So this is the die that I used. And I did go back and add the little white highlights with my white gel pen. I chose to make this instead birthday just to miss you. Little box using papers from Doodlebug. So that was one of the ones that I showed you. The little gnome in the box, super easy because all you had to do is die cut the box, and everything else was made with dies within this packet from Spellbinders. And you can see there's a bunch of other ways that you can use these. I chose to just have the little gnome coming out of the box. The little trees are in here. The arc is a die from Spellbinders. Kind of gives a nice little different look on the background. The turkey without the legs is Spellbinders turkey die, the Happy Turkey Day die. And on the background, I just used an embossing folder. It's probably one that I had for 10 years. I don't even know what company. I think we do have one or two different ones here. Little Happy Thanksgiving was in one of my Colorado Craft stamp sets. So we have a little turkey coming out of the box. And I think Janine mentioned this is a cute little puppy dog die. And I think she said it makes a kitty too. You can have that coming out of your box. I didn't get a chance to do one like that. But the last one that I made was having flowers come out of the box with one of my new favorite papers that came in. And I just picked up those colors. And these are all Spellbinder dies. Some were a mix from this particular set called Christmas Blooms. One is, parts are from some of the dies that the ladies are using this afternoon. So you can see, and I just picked up colors of paper. So you could do a whole lot of things with that particular die. So that's what I did Wednesday night. Go back and watch it. And if you have any questions, we're here in the store and we can help and answer those for you. So I did turn the heat up.
It's like being at the hockey rink.
I don't know if it's that cold. So we have some new stamps and dies from Divinity Designs. And this is a Happy Thanksgiving. It's a foil plate and coordinating die, which I love the font in that. We have 2 different Happy Thanksgiving. So if you're interested in one of them, kind of watch this little code at the top. Jess is putting the pictures in. She has Happy Thanksgiving Duo, but she doesn't, I don't think has she wasn't quite sure which one was which. But this it comes with the stamp, and then you have the die for the stamp, and then you have the border die too. So you get a lot of things. Oh, Mona, can you look behind the register? There should be some buffalo dies with that's new. And here's the other version. So this one ends in 754. This is also Happy Thanksgiving, where you're going to get the stamp. You're going to get the die to cut out the stamp, and then the background border if you like that. This is what Mona's going to show you later. Their turkey rendition. He's awfully funny. And he is called Turkey Time. And last, this is just a give thanks, which can be used at any time of the year. Thanks. I'll move those over here. And you have the die and the border if you choose to put that on. So those are from Divinity Designs. Couple other stamps that we've gotten in. We have this beautiful sentiment, and they are red rubber, or purple rubber, but they're rubber. And this is Christmas blessings with something you put on the front of the card and then something for the inside of the card. And we had a couple requests for some inspirational quotes, and these are the ones that I picked out to get our little section started again. So this is called Scripture Collection 14. And then we have Move Mountains. And these are all rubber. Oh, and that's a Christmas. So those are the couple that we got in. And if you guys are interested, we'll just keep adding to it. So we finally are getting some of the Stamperia Christmas. This is their Sweet Winter collection. If you can see, it's like the pinks and turquoises. So beautiful collection. And this is the 6x6. So in the 6x6, you will get these individual pieces. Those are the background papers. Slightly bigger versions are in the 8x8. This is the other Christmas, the pink Christmas. Excuse me. And then the background papers. So we have lots of these. There are coordinating, excuse me, chipboard die cuts. Oh my gosh. I usually get into this like sneezing fit for like I get 8 in a row. And it's funny because my dad used to have that. And I would always just sit there like, and Mark will tell me like, stop. And it's like nothing you can do. I can't control it. Okay, MFT. Couple things coming in from MFT. We got their new little 6x6 pads. Love the little fun background papers in all those beautiful fun colors. And then more of a pattern paper background. Once again, 6x6, so the images are definitely much smaller. Sentiments, beautiful sentiments for the outside of your card, inside of your card. Love the fonts. And this is called In and Out Christmas Greetings from MFT. This is brand new. This is a nativity scene. This was out last year, but I brought it back in because we didn't have a lot of religious type stamps or dies. This one would be super easy. You could just do it all in black. You could do it in different colors. You can make it very simple just by using The crush, Mary and Joseph, and the stable and the star. You don't need to put the animals around it if you don't want to. Love the font on this, the Peace die. We'll be having samples of this. And the dove. And then this greenery, which can be used with the dove. But what I like about this one, you can use it any time of the year because you have the images that curve left and curve right. A lot of times when you're making something and you're putting it together, they all tend to be in one direction. And then this one has the left and right. Excuse me for 1 second. Grab a Kleenex. So those are a couple things that we got in from MFT. We have some transfers, and these are really easy to use, and you can use parts and pieces on it for cards, for, I have a class coming up that I'm planning. We're going to make coasters with these. So we'll be using it on kind of a ceramic surface. You can put them on bottles, and they give you the directions. You're just going to cut your design, remove it from the clear sheet, put it in water, and then lift it and put it onto whatever surface that you're putting it on. Very kind of cool designs. Here's some Christmas designs. And we have others in the store. So we'll have more down the road using these and a class showing you. But just wanted to let you know there's something new that we got in. This is from Studio Light. It's a stencil. I think it's an embossing folder with this kind of grungy background. These we've had years ago, and I always kind of forget about them during the year, but being the holidays, perfect time to bring them in. They are little sticker dots, and you'll have the little outside gold section with the color inside. So there's like a holographic, there's gold. This is a transparent gold. This is the transparent gold again. Different size circles. Great for embellishments and adding like a little sparkle. This one is called Glitter Silver. So the outside is a little bit gold with the glitter silver. So you can use these the same way that you would use enamel dots and what are those things? Enamel dots and those sequins. Yes, yeah. So, and you can tell that you get like 1 million in a package. So they last a long, long time. So those came back in. Newton's Nook has some fun, really sweet stamps. We also have 2 new paper pads from them, a Christmas one and then the Canaan Christmas paper. So here is one of the first little stamp sets, Holiday Heights. And these are just super cute, even for cards, but how fun would kids have making bookmarks out of these? Not a whole lot, and we do get requests for nutcrackers. So this is an older set, but I brought it back, and there's a coordinating die with that. In their kind of series of the little truck, this is the Christmas truck. We did the seasonal fall truck like last month. So this is the new one with the coordinating die. Love this one. Deck the halls with bow wows of holly. So you have the cute little dogs in the little Christmas wreath. Once again, we have the die for that. This one is super cute. You have the little kitty and the dog and the little Christmas tree. And then may your home be filled with the simple joys of Christmas. And one of the things that I really like is that you have these individual stamps, so you're not having to get a whole collection. So you can kind of pick and choose the things you really like. And then we have the little kitty coming out of the package. They have different sayings in here that you can use for the season, but just remember you can make it a birthday package. Doesn't have to be Christmas, so you can get a lot of use out of this. This is their oval die, and this coordinates with a lot of the big oval stamp sets that we've got in. So they've been out of stock. We got these back in. And then their stencil of these trees. It's one single stencil, so you can do your trees one color. Move this up over the trees and decorate your trees with little Christmas balls or, you know, the little holly garland. And then on the last stencil, you have the branches and the little stars that can go on top. So just a really cute stencil. So those are Newton's Nook. The next stamps and dies that we got in are from Photoplay. And at first, I didn't like this series that they came out, but then I saw these and they're just adorable. The little girl with the basket of apples and the little, you know, I don't know, cup of hot chocolate. And you have these cute little sayings and the little elements that you can add. And the die that goes with it. And what I love is they do these beautiful samples on the back. The little arc dies, they have an arc die. Spellbinders have this arch. I think we have some from Sunny Studios, a couple different companies. And I forget to use it. You know, this kind of is one of your basics that we tend to overlook. And it's just a nice different look.
Seems to be coming back. Everybody's bringing them out again.
Yeah, and maybe that's why, because we even have that the glimmer plates. Let's see, we have, this is just a coverall background die, and it's like a cable sweater. So to create that sweater look in your background. And once again, here they use that little, one of the Christmas girls. So it's a cute series. This is just your snow drifts and mountains and hills and so on of dies. And you can see it's a double so that when you cut the one side, the side that you're going to throw away will also have that stitching. And then I tend to use that, especially when you're layering up your like snow mounds and hills and so on and so forth. Then they have just this little separate little die, which is just stitching. It doesn't cut away the paper. It just adds like a stitching element. Cute stamp set with this fun little Santa and reindeer and a bunch of different sentiments. You can see there's the to from. A lot of people ask for tags. And here's their background. And we're going to be using this one. I actually colored one last night for Stamp Camp. We're going to be doing a card with that. Another fun sentiment set. So you have these nice big bold sentiment designs. These are perfect like to put on your Christmas tags. I could see that. They have the coordinating dies also. And how adorable are these? These little reindeer. Look at those. I mean, you just want to hug them. And I love the fonts in this. Aren't they cute? Look at, isn't he? I know. He's just like, oh my gosh. And what a cute little card sample on the back. And there are coordinating dies for these. And then we have the Christmas word. So here you get the standalone Christmas. And then we have the background and all the little sentiments that you can put with this. And then you can do Merry Christmas, you know, and then add the thinking of you underneath. The Merry goes up there, or we wish you a Merry Christmas. So lots of interchangeable ways that you can use this coordinating stamp set. And super fun. This is called Special Delivery. And lots of little icons and elements. So you can make your postmark on your envelopes. Different posts, like postage stamps you can create. The little Santa and reindeer sleigh. And super fun little little messages that you can add. And this one is called Special Delivery. No die with it, just a standalone. A lot of people, if you wanted to punch these, I'm sure you have a paper punch that can cut those shapes out, or circle dies. And last of all from them, the little elf, and he's decorating the tree, has the little signs that you can add the little sayings inside, and the coordinating die for that. And here's a sample how they use that. Okay, so those are from Photoplay. We had a foil bundle, I think a couple months ago, with some colors. This is a new bundle special. We have limited quantities on them. When they're gone, they're gone. Comes in a nice foiled container box. And you get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 different foils. The price is $48. And they're more all your holidays. So you have kind of a rose gold. You have red. Oh, that's a beautiful brown. And then you have blue, like an opal. And these are to be used with the glimmer plates and a glimmer foil machine. That's a pretty green. That's a different color. Some blues.
It's a nice selection.
Yeah, that pink is really pretty.
Yeah. You got Valentine's covered, winter covered,
Yeah.
Christmas covered.
So the value is really, this is a gorgeous color. It's kind of like, it's a navy blue, purpley blue.
Purple.
It's
midnight.
beautiful.
I don't know, what do they call it?
So lots of variety, and you get the little case, which is nice to store them in. And for those of you that have not, like Spellbinder says, join the glimmer train, the foil train or the glimmer train. After Thanksgiving, I am going to do a foil class. So for those of you that have been thinking about it, it'll be a good opportunity to come in. There'll be a little bit smaller class just because I have my own foil machine, and plus we have one here at the store. And if you have yours, you can bring yours. But we'll just have limited so that you'll just actually learn. It won't be so much about the card making of the foils, but learning how to use the machine, learning how to use the foils. And so I think it'll be a great intro, and you'll go home with some foil pieces that you can go ahead and put some cards together.
Sharon, just so you know, your husband told me this cost of each one would then become $3 a piece.
Oh, so that's, the little math genius over there.
Super deal.
It is, because a lot of the foils have gone up to $5 a roll. So that's a huge savings. I think they said that the value of this is like $108. So it's almost like, close to 50% off. Probably 51.5%. For those of you doing the Lisa Horton class, Lisa Horton is a designer from England, and she has come out with a lot of stamps and dies and doing 3D bossing folders that coordinate with dies and so on. We have the kits in. We have some kits available. Do you see a pair of scissors? I probably can just, this probably will. Okay, I can rip this one. I'm just going to open a kit so we can see what's inside. I didn't open one, and they were all sealed so nicely. So in this kit, you're going to get your instructions on the cards that you're going to be making. And the kit comes with a Merry Christmas die. Oh, look at this. This is a beautiful poinsettia and holly. I love it because it's kind of like vintage. And this has the coordinating die. And she has stencils that also go with hers. So this is on our website. You can order a class kit. It's under Crafters Home Exclusives. Or just kind of pull up Poinsettia and Holly class with Lisa Horton. And you can order your kit. So for the most part, I think anybody who had ordered a kit and we had to ship them, they just went in the mail, so you should get it any day. And for those of you that are local, you can just come by and pick up your kit. And
There's more.
before we send Mona, you can't see it, but in this box is Tim's new color that comes out. We can actually show it, I think, at 12:05, I think, or something ridiculous. But yes, so those of you that have pre-ordered them, yours are here. We're getting another shipment in next week. What I can say about the color, it's a beautiful color. Once again, not what I had guessed.
Not even
But
close for
yeah, not even close. I mean, there's so many colors that you can say, oh, we need this one and this one and that one. And it's like, shoot, not the color that I wanted, but it's a beautiful color. So you can see it in person. They'll be out on the floor for sale, or if you can't get here, go ahead and you can order them online, and hopefully Jess will be around later to switch out so you can all see the color. And what I'll do is at 12:05, I'll do a Facebook post to show the new color. So that's it for me. Mona is next, and she's going to do a demo.
Well, I'm going to try to do a demo. It's been a while. I was busy making treat boxes for Halloween elementary school classes, but I am using the Divinity Design turkey, which I want to put on there. If you can see him, this little turkey that Sharon showed you earlier, he's too darn cute. Lots of little parts, but they give you all the parts. But I do have a trick because I like to work with elements as opposed to sticking it on the card, because I'm never quite sure what I'm going to do after I have it together. So I'm going to show you an easier way to construct this, because I'll show you all the parts. I cut on another set. And I do need a white piece of paper. So give me a second. I'm just going to, we'll use this back of this envelope.
I'm going to get you show these after.
Okay. Here's the turkey done. Here's piece number 1, piece number 2. Some of these pieces are tiny, tiny. His head. If I can get them all out of my bag. We're going to dump them now. Hopefully I didn't lose anything. Get them all out there. I think there. So there's that. Oh, I am missing a piece. Where is it? Luckily I brought my paper with me. Can't believe I forgot. We got that. Oh, maybe I'm okay. Sorry, I'm talking to myself as usual. We got this piece. We have this piece. We have his wings. This is a buckle for his hat. If you put on a hat, you wouldn't want to do yellow, yellow. His beak. That's the band for a hat. Oh, I'm missing a couple pieces here. Oh, there it is. There's a missing piece. There's that piece. His feet, which luckily stayed together. There's the hat without the band. And I'm using wiggly eyes, but they do give you a die, and this would cut out his eyes, and then the pupils for his eyes. It also cuts out, I don't know what they call it. I call it a wobble, but I'm sure it's got a better name than that. And this was the buckle. So what I usually do when I have something like this, I call these fall aparts. And like I said, I like to use them as an element. So if you notice on the back, I have a piece of paper. And that kind of holds everything together while I line it up. So I don't want to get Sharon's thing all messy.
What do you need?
I'm just going to use this scrap. So what I do is I'll take my little scrap that's going to hold everything together so I can glue it down. And I put some glue at the top. And then I'll take the biggest ring. And these can be any color. The nice thing about these dies from Divinity Design is that, oops, I want to go up a little higher. So I just want to make sure I have it centered on the back. I better move this up for you guys too. So we'll get it centered on the back. That looks pretty centered. So I got my first ring on. Now my next ring is going to go overlap just a bit on this. So you want to really put your glue on this this inner edge. So wherever I threw my glue, we'll just put a little on the inner edge. You don't need a lot. Both the Bearly Arts and Sharon's favorite, the Nuvo, work beautiful. And now that Nuvo's got that tip, you can do the fine line. I bought a couple tips because I have like 10 bottles of Nuvo.
It's cute how
Just
they do theirs.
Yeah. So then we'll just attach this. And you got to kind of play with it just a hair. I moved it down a bit just so it touches. And it'll also connect it to that strip that we have in the back. Don't worry about the overflow. That's the nice thing about both the Nuvo and the Bearly Arts. They both dry clear. So you can be a little messy. And I'm generally messy. Then this is the last set. And I will point out that on the dies, and I'll pull it out so you can see, I'll give you a close-up. I probably didn't need the glue all over there because it's going to stick to the thing. But we'll put it on and just make sure, you know, you got it even on both sides. I want to pick it up right away, so whoops. I don't want it to stick to the paper that I have below. Do that again. Make sure it's even on both sides. I didn't make a card yet for this because I just got it yesterday. but I loved it so much. So the next part is like his body, and you're going to put it on there. But before you put on his body, you have to connect his wings. So I imagine you could do without them and no one would notice. And the wings are gonna. It's up to you. But they're going to just hang down a little lower than these notches here. So you just need to put a little glue on each inside edge. And then you can kind of line it up where you want it. Do the same on the other side. And you get two wings, so you can cut them both out at the same time. Yay! You get a left and a right. I love it when companies do that now because it's such a pain to cut out one and one and one and one and one. All right. Now I've got his like body together. If you notice, I use the photoplay paper, and this the one side's the stripe, and this is thankful, give thanks. It's just a really nice piece of paper. Then you can put your glue on. And this one you can glue up pretty much because it's going on this, and just a part of it is going on the other. So I'm going to come down to cover the edge of that like that. Whoops, forgot one thing, so I'm not going to flip it yet. Some places this poor turkey's head, and that's got to go underneath his belly. Just a hair. So I kind of scooch him up centered, just about there. And now I'll put this piece down to cover his neck. And center it pretty much. Once I get that down, I'll give it a couple minutes to set. While I'm waiting for it to set before I snip this off, I can put on his beak. And it goes about the center of his face. And where's my tiny red thing? Of course, that would be the one thing missing. We had it, but it's gone. Let me just check. I could always quickly cut out another one. So we'll get his eyes on next, and then I'll worry about that little giblet or whatever they call it. Now, because these things are so small, I mean, I've tried to do it a bunch of different ways. I'll put my dot on the paper. I just lick my fingertip and put it on the dot. And I should have another one. Probably not the most sanitary way to do it, but it's the easiest way. And then because the glue takes a little longer on these to dry, you put them there. Now, like I said, you don't have to, because the die itself, and I'm going to pull it out. The die, stuck to the bag. The die itself has your eyes. So right in this piece, you've got his wobbler or giblet or whatever they call it. You've got that. You've got the buckle, the white of the eyes, and the black of the eyes. But I used Fun Eyes. Okay. The nice thing about this, if you see, there's like holes here, and then there's shapes in here. You could, after you cut it out, you could dry emboss it. Same with this one here, and then you'd have raised images. That looks especially nice. You don't need it so much with pattern paper, but with the if you were using solid paper, you would probably want to do that. If you didn't want to use your embossing rubber, you could also just lay your piece into there, and you could stencil the colors on also. So just keep that in mind, that there's other options. This piece I didn't use. I don't know why. So I'm going to cut it real quick. So just give me a second. I'm going to shift him over, and I'm going to cut this. Oh, she kind of closed up the machine, so maybe I won't do that. But this is another piece, I'm sorry, that goes here. And that you could do it white, tan, whatever. It's like his belly chest, you know, where you see all those fluffy feathers and everything. And that also, if you see, you could lay it, once you have it cut out, you could put your piece back into the die cut itself, and you could either do the dry emboss, or you could stencil those on. I guess I was working quicker than I thought.
Hi, Mary Ellen.
So before I put on the legs now,
I have to call you back.
I think we couldn't find the scissors this morning for some reason. But before I put the little feet on, I'm going to cut this. And in my case, I'm going to tear this right off because we don't need it anymore.
Okay, but either way, I got to call you back.
And then we can put on the legs. I was so glad when I was doing this that the legs stayed in the piece of paper, because they're less likely to get lost like that little red piece. All right. And then they just need a touch of glue right at the top. And just both the Bearly Art and the Nouveau glues are very strong, so that just that one little piece of glue is going to do it. And if you look, and I'll bring it up closely, you can see these humps here. There's one hump here, one hump here. That is where the legs are going to go. Each one gets one. So I'm going to lay it over and put it down. You want a little of that drumstick showing. And with my tweezers, I'll insert this other one. Kind of lovely, even it out with that one. There. Good enough. And then we'll let it dry. So if you want, you could put a hat on them. Here's the hat with the band. So he could be wearing the hat if you want. It's cute. We'll put this hat on. But I should have cut a gold buckle, and I cut a yellow buckle, so we're not putting the buckle on right now. But I wanted to show you how you can keep it an element so that once it's all put together, lock that in.
That little hat you probably could put on other little images.
Sure.
Because it's definitely a pilgrim hat.
Yep. It's just a nice hat. And there, now you have an image. And like I said, someplace on this table is a little red thing, but I knew I was going to lose something.
My world.
Yeah. But so there he is without the hat. There he is with the hat. Like I said, there's the embossing stuff. So you can emboss or you can stencil with these. Either or, it doesn't matter. It also has it in his beak. So he's got those 2 little nose holes and then the place for I always call it a wobble. That goes on there, and as you can see, it's a very tiny thing. So it's probably on this table someplace, but who knows where, because I did cut it out. All right, so cute turkey, and now instead of it being something that you have to glue down to the paper and figure out where you're going to place it before you do anything else, just know that if you put that one extra little piece in while you're working, it'll hold everything together, and now it becomes an element, and you can put it wherever you want. You can trim it. You can do whatever you want to it now because it's all together. It's not stuck on a big piece of paper. So there's that. Now what I plan to do with this card is find a nice background. And I was thinking I'm either going to put the turkey on an oval or a circle. I'm not sure, to highlight them. And then I was going to use, I did buy one of the thank yous. I bought this one, the Happy Thanksgiving, but Sharon just put them away. Oh, wait a minute.
There's one of everything there.
Is there one more there of the thanks? There was 3 different thank yous or something. Oh, right here. Maybe here. It wasn't that one.
There was a gift thanks.
It was,
This one?
no, it was more blockish. That one. Maybe
This
it
is
was this one.
That's a foil.
Oh, well, Sharon just told me the second one where I was thinking of buying that one too. She says that one's a foil, which is even cooler because I think this would look great in foil. So very cool. So, but I wanted to show you that die. So I did stamp it and then I die cut it. Now this is with the shadow. So it's
like
this
that.
one here. And the things that I stamped got kind of lost somehow. I cut out another one, and I'll show you the frame. That'll be helpful. This one here would be a closer cut, and then you'd have that nice small frame that Sharon's famous for. So I'll just show you how that would look if I would have used this die. It would have been closer, and you would have hit a smaller white outlet, and then you could have cut out another color and got the wider, because there's 1, 2. I seem to have lost the whole packet of dies. We got that. Oh, silly. Here it is. Silly me. So what would happen if you cut the smaller one? If you can see, this one directly covers the things. It's very, very close. And after you use this one, you still have a little margin, but not a big margin, and you'd still see some white, as you can see. Maybe I could show you like this. Let's do this. So you get the stamp and you get 2 dies. So this one cuts like this, if that makes it any clearer. It would cut like this, and then the other one would give it that just a little more margin, so it would look like this. It's pretty cool. I love it. So I'm not sure where I'm going to put this, but probably I like to put things at the bottom of the card. I don't know why. So the turkey, it might go like this. I don't want to hide too much of the turkey, but I like his feet sticking out. Couple gems, and like I said, I don't know if I'm going to mount it on a circle or oval, but you will see it in the store shortly. So keep in mind, if you want to keep it an element and easier to assemble, all you got to do is put that piece of paper in the back. And this is a great turkey die. And I love the sayings too. I like the way they all work together, and you get a little different effect each way. So this is without using an extra shadow. This is, and I would have used gold. Maybe I will have to get that other one. I would have stamped in gold, embossed it, and then it would look like this if you stacked it all. So it's very cool. So I just want to thank you for listening to me, and like I said, this is a wonderful, cute little die. We do have another cute turkey die from, I think Sharon showed you it, from Spellbinders, and there's also one from Photoplay. his tiny, tiny pieces. So whenever I do this kind of stuff, I always have my tweezers out and one of those stick pins. But just wanted to share that with you, and thank you for listening. And you guys have a great weekend. Take care. Bye.